challenge is because of the feedback that I got from previous mentees, that they wanted to understand what the project is about at the beginning, so that the preparation that they want to do or they want to have beforehand, that they are ready to take the challenge in a much more bigger way and more effective way. So I thought, why to reveal it only when the people are shortlisted, but why not let people know at the beginning only that what is that we are going to do in this project. So this project is going to be much more bigger than the previous project. And earlier project was very much domain agnostic, that I was not even thinking of I should help in this domain or that domain. Many people on LinkedIn approached me when they saw this code to career challenge, saying that, can you help with something like IoT, but also has some relevance to automotive and all those things. The scale was almost towards the IoT side, but some aspects that you people do, if you are part of this challenge, also will be available or will be helpful in your automotive and any other domain side. Let me minimize it a little bit. Yeah. The IoT project that is part of this challenge is the smart thermostat. Also, based on the feedback that we received from the previous thing, the requirements document, the high-level design document template, the low-level design document template will be provided by us. And the requirement document very clearly tells what the project is all about. And it also provides section by section what has to be done. During the implementation of the project, not everything might be feasible to implement. It happened that in the previous challenge, we had a lot of ideas to be implemented, but due to scarcity of time and also people coming up to certain level, we were not able to achieve the things that are actually possible if at all we plan it beforehand. Now, in this particular challenge, the requirements document talks about the requirements at a bare minimum level, so that in the 30 days duration, people can create or implement the complete project, not a just subset of the project. In challenge one, what happened was people were really able to do subset of the project. The project really was actually to implement a shell. Because we were not able to get enough time to implement a complete full-blown shell, we had to restrict with the command line interpreter or the commands interpreter module of the shell. But in this particular challenge, we want everything to be implemented, which is now possible because the things like security and middleware components, the main application of the smart thermostat, everything, the requirements that are needed, the energy saving algorithm, which is the application code, is all being given along with the resources that are needed for the challenge person in the challenge to understand, read, and go ahead with the implementation. These resources are easily available on internet, not very complicated, very simple. One or two readings is sufficient to go ahead with the requirement. So that when the person puts the puts the project in the resume, it becomes a complete project. If somebody goes, let us say, deeper into security aspect, they can actually put that security code itself as their one of the projects. If somebody goes so much deep into application development or the algorithms of how energy conservation can be happening using smart thermostat, even that can become a complete project by itself. The options are many. We want to leave every door open. The bare minimum implementation can be done in the 1 month duration, and advanced level implementation, if the person chooses, can be done at the later point of time. The links below or the links that you are seeing will provide information for the bare minimum implementation and also advanced implementation. This is with respect to the requirement. Now, once the requirements are understood, what are the next steps? So for that, let us go and understand the process of implementation. Not this. Yeah. So how does it happen? The process is very simple. The challenge starts with people who got shortlisted, understanding the requirement. Then we go to the design phase to understand what is the design that is to be done, the high level design and the low level design. You will be exposed to process like UML, rational unified process, use case diagram, sequence diagrams, anything and everything. The third stage is individually each of the person who is part of the challenge will think and start implementation. What has been observed in the first challenge is understanding the requirements and design took good amount of time, and by the time people come to the challenge, they felt bit difficult to cope up with the understanding and the creation of the design and subsequently the coding. That is precisely the reason why in this challenge we are going to provide the high level design document template and the low level design document template, which will help people not think so much. You will see the section that here is the use cases. And I will be taking in the session that use cases has to be done. So people will go ahead and do the use cases and they will fill the gaps. So it's like fill in the blanks. Requirements will be explained in the first session. Then use case diagrams and all those theoretical knowledge can be acquired from the links that are there in the requirements document, because the requirement document will be shared. The design template, high level design document template and low level design document template will be shared. The only heavy lifting that the person has to do in the challenge, which is obviously the thing that the person would be doing in interviews or in job, is think and code, or the process from that stage that you think and the code, then you test. So a little bit of test cases. So the test case template also will be given. Like, what is the kind of test case? Is it a functional test case, or is it some basic requirement test case, or it is an integration test case? So that kind of documentation also will be provided. Finally, a new addition that we are adding in this particular presentation or in this particular challenge is we want to improve the people's capability of standing before an audience, think clearly and give a presentation. Many smart people who are able to solve problems in isolation when they are alone, but when they are asked to present the solution, they are not able to open their mouth, because of which they are losing so many good and bright opportunities. In an environment which is non-judgmental and a small section of people, we want to now experiment by helping the person also hone up their presentation skills. How many of you believe that communication skills also matter a lot? Type yes in the chat box. Because everybody can, people take certain amount of time, they will actually code. So Amrut, do you have any question?
No.
Sorry?
No. I just... No, I don't have any question.
Okay, your hand was raised, so okay, fine. And the last thing would be that we will go through the checklist of what all activities have been done. And in the last session, depending on the set of activities that were done, I would be guiding as a group how they can put their implementation or their work in resume. So the resume will be a bonus thing that would be added in the challenge, because the people are now done with the project in the last session. How that project or this project can be added in the resume and can be presented in the interviews. Any questions so far? What has been dealt? Any questions? Okay. So now let us go to the process of how that challenge is going to happen. You will have sessions which are the mandatory part of the challenge, and the progress will be measured. How it will be measured? Now we are going to adopt a much more refined thing called gamification, which we thought of implementing last time, but we were not having enough manpower. So progress will be measured in a very smart way. Sessions on LinkedIn branding are a gift or a bonus kind of sessions which are going to be provided at regular intervals. The regular intervals will start, the regular sessions will start from the first week, but the bonus sessions will start from the second week, which is around LinkedIn branding on a large scale and the resume at the end. So which is what is the resume? Once the coding starts, people initially would be given 1 week of time to go ahead with the coding. So the first week would be more or less of understanding the requirements, coming up with the high level design document. The second week will be more or less being spent with the low level design document. The code and the implementation typically I am seeing will be done in the third week. Now in the fourth week, testing and all those other ancillary things around the code would be done. But the fourth week is also an option for the team to get together, brainstorm, and try to come up. I'm okay with a single piece of code that works as per the requirement. Because people who are part of organization, they know very well that teamwork matters a lot. As an individual, we have our limitations, but as a team, we can do great work. For people who are not part of any organization and trying for jobs, this is an opportunity for them to actually experience how teamwork really matters. So this is the process that we are going to follow. All these documents would be shared in a common folder, the things that I'm showing now. The high requirements document, the high level document template, the low level design document template, the test case template, everything will be stored in a Google Drive, and all the people who are shortlisted will be given access to that. And every person who is part of the challenge would be playing this game. This is like snakes and ladder. The activities are not still present because they will start once the challenge starts. You really don't roll a dice here, but you start doing activities from the day when the challenge starts. Each activity will be populated one day before for you to go to that. So it is like when you do a challenge and you get to certain level, you go to the next stage. So your action is like actually throwing the dice. When you do the action, when the output is available and our team notices that you have done the output, you will be getting points. So the places that you are seeing, right, will be filled with the points. The dashboard will be made public to everyone. This game will be played like how you play with your friends, that you roll the dice and you move the pawns. Everybody would be actually doing their action and everybody would be getting their points. So the same chart would be containing all the list of all the contestants, that second sheet or something, and the number of points that they got. And each of the challenge or the person who is part of the challenge will be given one character, name of a character and an icon. So the set of characters and the icons would be shared beforehand, and people can choose that, okay, I want to be this character, and I want to name my character like this. So all those characters will be placed here at the beginning of the challenge, and every day with the consistent action, the pawns or the characters will start traveling through this journey till they reach the finish line. How many of you find this exciting? Type me in the chat box. Because when the thing actually gets played, right, you will really see that the competition will be exciting, and people, and the dashboard will be made public in my LinkedIn profile. We are this time trying to go overboard with the YouTube, with LinkedIn, and many things. And trust me, recruiters are watching. The challenge that was done in code to career challenge 1, many recruiters saw it. And today, when I delivered a lecture in that Chitraka University of Punjab, the professor, when I asked him, like, you know what I'm doing recently, he remembers very well that Code to Career Challenge 1 has been done. So this challenge is going places. Your active participation and being part of this challenge is going to make you more or less like a celebrity, because the dashboard will be published, your points will be published, and all those things. Definitely nothing what is private to you that you discuss in one-on-ones or whatever will be made public. Only the information regarding the challenge will be made public. Hope this is clear. Type C in the chat box. Nothing private, nothing personal will be made outside, because we understand. But everything related to challenge that we believe will help you in your strong branding and attract the eyeballs, especially from hiring managers and recruiters, will be made public in a much more bigger fashion than what we have done in challenge number 1. So here is my request. 9 p.m. I know on a weekday is a time that very few people will be able to make it. But yes, we are also running short of time. Last week, we were supposed to start off and do all the things, but for some unavoidable reasons, I had to take a leave. So can I ask you for a request? Type yes in a chat box if I have your permission to ask you for a request. Yeah. So this is a recording that is being done, and it would be put into the YouTube channel. Yeah, the raw version of it. But I want you to go and talk about this in the group. I would be opening the group for everyone to chat for certain amount of time today and tomorrow. Can I have your support in let people know that the pre-challenge session has happened, and lot of information related to challenge is present in the YouTube. I will be posting the YouTube link, and that particular message where I put it in the WhatsApp group, I would be pinning it. Do I have your support to give that marketing needed for this pre-event challenge? Because I don't want people who are unable to attend this session because of their work or anything miss out on these important things. Can I have your support in that? Yeah, Bhargav says yes. Realme, sorry, I don't know your name, but yeah. Veeresh says yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sarang, Amrut, thank you. Shubhankar, yeah. So in the next 2 days, the Calendly link where people will need to book for 10 minutes of coding round. Last time it was, the code was shown and people were asked to analyze the code. What we felt at that point of time, and the feedback that has come from people who are doing other interviews and all those things, what the feedback has come was, we are leaving the evaluation with the luck of the person. Like some people got very small amount of, I mean, small code in the sense code which is not so complicated, and few people got code which is bit more complicated. So to iron out all those things, we have this time created a very, very small minimal function, small minimal requirement, which is actually part of this project only. But very, very simple thing. If people know little bit of C language and had done at least 120 to 200 lines of code at any point of time in their life, should be able to do it. And most of the things, the hints will be also provided, the C libraries, the C standard library functions that are to be used in the code, everything will be provided. In 10 minutes, if the person can come up with a framework of the code also, we are okay with that. Yeah. Because these all important things are being discussed in this meeting. That's why I request your help to make this video a bit viral. Talk with people who you know in the group and ask them to watch this video. Can I have this help from you? Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. So I now open for any questions, because your question might be the question that someone might be having in their mind, and it is now getting answered. So the video will be complete. Any question from anyone, I am more than happy to answer. We have spoken about the requirements document that is being provided, the high-level design document template, the low-level design document template being provided, the test case document being provided, the links that are needed for people to equip themselves with the knowledge so that they can comfortably do the project are also provided in the requirements document. The first week would be understanding the requirement document and starting a little bit with respect to the high-level design document also. Will there be any hardware requirement? No, not needed. Not needed. Yeah. Yes, there is hardware requirement in the sense you have a thermostat, but we are going to fake the thermostat, because the thermostat at the end of the day should do either on or off, or send some information or get some information. Those all kind of information, we will store it in a variable. Selection process for interview, one simple program that can be written below 5 minutes time would be given. Earlier, we were showing code pieces. We were having 5 code pieces and we were asking people to select one number between 1 and 5. Most of the people selected 3, and 3 happened to be a bit complicated code. This time, we don't want that kind of thing happening. So that is why we are going with one simple piece of code. This is not complicated like hacker earth, hacker rank, nothing like that. Very simple piece of code to be written in 10 minutes. Trust me, people who know C language, even to until till arrays or something, they can do it very easily. Hope that is clear, Rahul. Yeah. And most importantly, the progress will be tracked as a game. Clear? And one more thing is what we said, the gamification. Yeah. And the bonus sessions which are related to LinkedIn branding. And also at the last, once the project is done, how to put the project in the resume so that it attracts the eyeballs of recruiters. Clear? And a little bit of addition is to add that soft skills angle to the challenge, where people will present their code or their idea. The code might be same, but we also want to help people understand that how are their communication skills, or they go with a preparation, or they come with a preparation to do the presentation skills. It will help them in their interviews, that they become a little bit fearless to face people and talk something in front of them. Project will be in C language only. Yes, that's a valid question. Project will be in C language only. So any other question? I will be taking the interview on the mobile. Yeah, doesn't matter. Oh, okay. This is one concern. Maybe for that duration, if if you can, yeah, coding. That's what I am saying. Okay, maybe for people who are joining from mobile, if they can type and share it as a Google Doc or something, it is okay. Yeah, I really don't want to see that, okay, you are typing in front of me, but you type it in a Google Doc or a notepad in somewhere and send it as in a WhatsApp or something also, I can observe. Yeah, because the whole point is that this is being done for the betterment of the community. And if there are any concerns that, oh, people will do cheating or something, yeah, it's beyond my capability to cater for all the things. Hope you understand. Yeah, you can open online C compiler. Yes. Yeah, Abhishek, that's a good idea. I did not think about it. Yes. So any other questions? You people asked very valid questions, and I think these are the questions which are most common. Hardware, interview, and C language. Yes. Yeah, type no if you don't have any questions so that we can conclude the call and not make it longer so that people will not even watch it. Will all the videos will be posted on YouTube? All the videos means the challenge related videos will be posted on YouTube. But LinkedIn and resume will not be posted because LinkedIn profile, its analysis and the resume are person's private information. So I don't want that to be public. Hope that makes sense. Challenge is for everyone. But LinkedIn content, when I make certain points on that, why should the point that I make on somebody's profile be made public? Hope you understand. Do you agree with this? That resume and LinkedIn are our profile, are our personal information. So I don't want to give it outside. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, the complete challenge will be there in the YouTube. We can have pictures of their code in live. Yeah, we'll think about it, Ajay. Yeah, by the way, Ajay has been part of Code to Career Challenge 1, and he will be the accountability partner for Code to Career Challenge 2. So you would be frequently hearing about him, or he will be actually uh, coordinating with the people who are part of the challenge. So Ajay, okay. So if there are no questions, then I would like to conclude the call here. The video will be now immediately uploaded in the video will uploaded immediately in the YouTube channel. I will post the link. Please tell your friends who are not able to attend, because I understand it's working day. They have their busy schedules, dinner time especially. Please do this little bit of marketing, because I don't want people to miss this opportunity because their work has snatched away this 9 o'clock time. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I wish to see you, all of you, attending the interview and be part of the challenge. Thank you very much and see you in the interviews. Bye.